Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm doing a bit of an episode where I'm letting you know about what I'm doing in life, sort of just documenting my journey. So at the moment I'm going to be going into work soon, so I'm just kind of taking it easy for now. This week I've got shifts that I've only got 11 hours. Now the pay for my job is actually quite good, but it's just a bit annoying because at the current moment I haven't got enough income flow at the moment, but I'm positive. I'm creating YouTube videos. I'm going back to this here because I haven't done this in a long time. All of the big influencers that I know have done these sort of things. I'm sorry if my thing is annoying you. It's red hot. But yeah, let me see. I'll take this here down. Bear with me. There we are. So we're in my car. I haven't, a few months ago I couldn't have imagined driving a car. I was without a car for a long time. I'm 21. You know, 21 without a car, it's a bit weird. You wouldn't see many people not having cars my age, but no, I've got one now. And I'm on the road constantly, you know, and it's good. I like it. At the moment, I've got my drop shipping business. It's selling like sort of gym products. I'm trying to be consistent with the posting. I was on holiday there, my first holiday, and it feels like 2 years. Went away to Monaghan, which is about 50 minutes away from my hometown. Monaghan in Ireland, that is. So I went there and, you know, I relaxed. I didn't even read or anything. I took it easy. I went to pubs, I went to bars. There was a blues festival going on, so I was, you know, listening to music and just really enjoying that and stuff. I was with my girlfriend and her friend, and it was fantastic, you know. I want to cover a few things today. So I'm obviously reading a lot of books, and one of them is The Psychology of Money. And the recent chapter that I read was actually incredibly interesting. It was called, the name of the chapter was called Never Enough. And it was basically, what I was getting from it was talking about the importance of greed. When I say the importance, I mean the importance of not being greedy. They told a story about this man who had hundreds of millions. He actually had $100 million in net worth, and he had this business, and he decided to risk it all to do insider trading, which then of course meant that the prosecutors got him, nabbed him, and he lost everything. His reputation, a lot of his money. He lost everything. He was in prison. And it talked about when is the right time that you say, I have enough. So I find that really interesting because right now, financially, I feel like I don't have enough. And yet I'm sitting in a £5,000 car that I would not have been able to afford a year ago. You know, doing a shop job, working in a shop, and just slaving my life away and praying for more hours on minimum wage. And minimum wage at that time was, I think it was £6.80 an hour, which is like terrible and really hard to get a living off. Like, I would slave my butt off, and I think the maximum amount I got in 1 month, and you were paid monthly, was I think £800, £800 to £900. Never got over £1,000, and it was really disheartening. And now I'm in a new job. I quit that job. I said, frig this, I've had enough, and I started my own business. I made a good bit of money from it. It was good, but it wasn't enough. And I decided at that point, do you know what, I actually need a job. I can't do this. Like, it's really unrealistic. I didn't realize this at that time, but it was really unrealistic for me to quit my job and have a business and just expect the business to hit the ground running. It's really unrealistic. and obviously it didn't happen. You know, I was broke. I was very broke, and yet I still managed to find time, and well, time wasn't much of a problem, but to find money to be able to take my girlfriend to nice places and take myself to nice places, you know, treat myself with the girlfriend, going ice skating and all. It was great. It was great. There were some of the happiest moments of my life, and my girlfriend was driving me around, and it was great, you know. And then I got this lifeguard job as a lifeguard, and it's brilliant, you know. I was on full time, and then quite recently they cut my hours, and I said a few days previously to that, I prayed. I said, God, if this business is for me, then show me a sign, show me something that this is meant to be. Give me time, because I felt like I didn't have much time. I was working an average of 37 hours a week. And then my employees cut my hours down to 19 hours a week on average, which isn't a lot. Now, there's plenty of overtime. I can work more if I want, but I prefer being like this because I have time. I'm time rich, you know. I've got enough money saved up. I've got a few things to do. I get time to make videos. I get time to work on my business. I get time to read, get time to meditate. I get time to do all of these things, and that's great. And to be honest, I'm really enjoying it, working part-time and then working part-time in my business. It's great. But no, I'm just, all I have to do is just consistently work. And anytime anyone consistently works at something, they're going to get what they want. So that's what I want, and that's what I'm doing, and I'm striving, and I know that the universe will be kind to those who work hard, and I'm doing that. I'm working hard. So that's the psychology of money, and that's a little bit about my background. Now you're all caught up. Another thing I want to talk about is numerology. Numerology is quite interesting. I've stumbled across it. A guy called Gary, GG33, he's on TikTok, on my TikTok all the time. And he talks about the different numerology, and I'll speak briefly about my numerology. So my 13, I'm born on the 13th of June, and 1 + 3 = 4. So 4 is my soul number, which means hard work, which I think represents me pretty well. And my life path number is 5. And 5, I believe, means travel or something like that. I've traveled places, I've been places and things like that. I like traveling. I was surprised whenever it wasn't like 8 or anything like that, but then I looked into it more, and I found out that it's actually first names and last names as well. And my first name is obviously Shéa, S, number 1, leader, masculine, H, 8, the number of money and karma, E, 5, travel, A, 1, leadership, masculinity, and it ties into the second name as well. And it's quite interesting because whenever a man and a woman get married, it actually, whenever they change their last name, it actually changes, so their energy changes as well. Because say for example you're changing surname from, I don't know, Smith to Lewis, your energy would change, which I found very interesting. So that's a good thing to look into for anyone who's watching this. Look into numerology. Now, the main reason why I'm doing this, and it's pretty like unedited, it's edited in places, but it's not heavily edited. It's for the reason that this is for people with long attention spans, or good attention spans, attention spans that aren't fucked in this day and age. And that's quite rare. So if you're watching this and you've came this far, honestly, give yourself a pat on the back, because that's not easy to do with these attention spans that we all have in this day and age, which has been ruined by TikTok and Instagram and YouTube Shorts and all of these different things. It's quite hard in that regard to have a good attention span. The only way how I would say to improve your attention span is reading and meditating. If you can't sit, right, in a chair by yourself with no one else around you, or maybe someone else meditating with you, but no one else around you, no distractions, nothing, and it's just you and the darkness and and your breath, and you're just following your breath and you're feeling different parts of your body head to toe. You can't do that for 15 minutes, my friend, you're fucked. But that's okay. Try it for 5. Try it for 2. Just sit by yourself with no phone, phone away, phone on airplane mode, whatever it is, and just sit by yourself and just take in nature, take in the world around you, be aware of everything. So I think it's important to be in a meditative state, to understand that not everything is good and bad. There is no such thing as good and bad. There is only perspective of events that happen to you. For example, this is quite embarrassing, but it shouldn't be. This is obviously my first car. I've been driving for about 2 months, and my girlfriend's drive, there is a pillar here and a pillar there, and it's reasonably far apart, but it's not too far apart. There were bins here, you see. I was trying to avoid the bins, and I pulled in, you know, not even that fast. I think it was in first gear. I'm normally in second. Anyway, I was in first gear, and I just hear this. Oh man, the gut wrench was unfathomable. Unfathomable? Is that a word? I don't know. Interesting. I must look that up. But it was hard. Obviously I was pretty upset at the time, bit angry. But now I'm just kind of like, okay, that's happened. What can I do? I can fix it. So that's what I have to do. I have to go, I have to find solutions, find people who can fix my car, and that's okay. That's fine. These are just solutions that are coming. That's the only thing in life. If you reach a problem, all you have to do is find a solution with little emotion as possible. Because once you get emotionally involved in something, it's quite hard to let go, you know. The worst thing is if you're angry at someone, and the feeling of anger is quite low on the chakra, I believe. It's a very, very bad emotion to have. We'll just be honest, like. But everyone gets angry, like. Everyone gets angry. So it's important to just kind of feel the anger, notice it, acknowledge it, and send it on its way, and move on to the solution. I'm not saying to suppress your emotions, anything but. I'm saying to be aware of your emotions, to acknowledge them and move on. And here's a car coming, so I might have to move. I do have to move. Okay. Or maybe I don't. We'll see now. What's he doing? Just sitting there. He's kind of looking at me right now. Well, he's getting out of the car anyway. This could be quite interesting. Actually, the camera rolling. But no, it's interesting like that. To, instead of suppressing emotions, which I feel is like what the red pill sort of community is saying. Suppress your emotions and work. Which is fine, it's okay, but sometimes you can be put into overdrive and you can be put under an immense amount of stress, and sometimes whenever you don't get results, that can maybe piss you off sometimes. That's okay. But yeah. Oh dear. But hey, what a beautiful day. Look around you. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous day. And even if it's not a gorgeous day, if it's rainy or stormy or snowing, I don't know where you are. Just take a moment to look around you and just appreciate nature. No matter how harsh the conditions, nature is beautiful. This is what God created for all of us. So that's it, guys. Numerology and the psychology of money has been covered, and you've got a little background into my life. All I would say to you is keep working hard, keep going for what you believe in. Don't just follow your passion. follow what you need, get what you want, and live life to the fullest. That's all I've got to say. So have a nice day, everyone, and I'll see you again soon.